Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm having fun playing a PC title named Planetbase, where it's an outer space building and economy simulation game where you land on various different planets and try to create viable colonies. Whoa! And right now we are in Meteorite Alley. Meteorites like to remind us that they are here and they want to kill us. So I'm trying to set up some meteorite defenses here for my little hapless colony. Now, the nights are long and the days are short, and there's no atmosphere on this moon, so the only power source we have available are solar panels. Because for some reason, Planetbase Corp doesn't believe in nuclear reactors. I don't know why. And we just ran out of power. But the sun is coming. It's almost time for the sun. I guess I need to put up another solar panel. Actually, you know what? We won't put it up there. Put it up over here. There we go. We've been expanding the base's services, which means that we're consuming more power, and it makes it more difficult to last through the night. Well, it looks like, let's see, we are making some robots in order to make our colonists' lives easier. We have one robot already in service and another one, well, 43% complete. Oh, great, another panel got put up just as the sun went down, so we're not going to be able to take advantage of it till morning. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and we will shut this robotics bay down. We'll also go ahead and shut down the factory. This will help us conserve power so that we can go ahead and make it to morning. Because it looks like we are good on our spare parts that we need in order to keep the solar panels operational. And, well, I want to make sure that we get a nice full day to charge all of our power collectors prior to... Oh, actually, I thought that solar panel was completed. I guess I'm wrong. It will be complete as soon as an engineer gets out here and gets to work on it. Yeah, power is critical. Speaking of which, why don't we go ahead and... shoot, I hate doing this. We could shut the mine down in order to conserve more power. No, didn't help. Yeah, we are out of juice. Even with the factory and the robotics base shut down overnight, we still didn't make it. We're consuming too much power. So while the base's power is down, oxygen isn't being generated. And everything in the biodome starts to die because it gets cold and they're not getting water. Which means the biologists are going to have to do some extra work in order to keep those vegetable pads from expiring. Alright, so we've got our new solar panel online, and we'll get a nice day of charge. I'm going to keep these powered down so that all the power can go to the power collectors. Now I try to keep a ratio of 2 collectors per solar panel, so we're short 1. So let's go ahead and put up one more. Now it won't be up to be charged during today, but it could be up tomorrow. Oh, well, of course we're out of ore. We need to fire the mine back up regardless. Wow, even with the factory down, we weren't able to fully power up those collectors today, even with a day of full charge. Well, the days are very short. All right, well, I guess that's an indicator we need another solar panel. On the plus side, it looks like we're doing pretty good for storage of surplus materials. Well, except for metal. We do need some metal. But now that we have the mine up and going, in fact, as we're able to get some more drill bots produced, we'll probably open up a second mine. We're going to need it. I'm looking at our processing plant and thinking it may be time to make another one, a larger one. Kind of think of it, that's probably what this should have been. I went and put up a control center here, but now I kind of regret that. I'm thinking maybe it should be a processing plant. Well, we could stick one here. I mean, they'll have to grab things and take them back and forth instead of being right next door to everything. I'm just thinking to myself, exponentially over time, how much time is lost in dragging things back and forth versus having the processing plant right here. Maybe too much. You know what? I hate to do it, but here, let's go ahead and we'll recycle this and we'll put the processing plant there instead. This plant will end up getting recycled and become a cabin so that we have a more comfortable place for everyone to rest versus that dorm over there. We unfortunately do lose the materials, the metal and the bioplastic that was used in the two connections. So we're losing 2 metal and 2 bioplastic each in this recycling process. But what we gain is by having a large processing plant right next to the storage, it cuts down on the amount of time that people will be tied up, or robots, transporting things back and forth between the new processing plant. Ugh. I really want to get meteorite defenses up. I mean, this is just a constant thing with meteorites coming down all over the place. But those defenses will consume a lot of power. And power is a problem right now. Whoa! Speaking of meteorites. Everybody safe in there? Good grief. Yeah, it hit the connection to the mine. Okay, good. We have all the solar panels online so that we can get a full day of charge. And since we have enough power that it looks like we're going to max everything out, we can go ahead and fire the factory and the robotics bay back up so they can get back to work. Okay, we have one bot workshop which is allocated to making drill bots, and I'm going to make another one that'll be allocated to making carry bots. That way we can get some help with transporting materials around the base. Ugh! Power collector got hit, which means we lost all the power that was stored in there. And currently we don't have access to this power, I don't think, until that gets fixed. I recycle the structure, but until they come and get these bioplastics, I can't put anything new in its place because it's considered blocking. Come on, guys, come and get these off the surface. Since we have plenty of bioplastics, I can go ahead and put back the beds that I recycled in a previous episode, so we can have more people simultaneously able to rest in the dorm. Okay, good. We made it through the night on power that we had accumulated. But that meteorite hit was, well, unfortunately very accurate. There we go. I'm trying to use the power as best I can. Okay, they grabbed one of them. Now I'm waiting for them to grab the last one. Come on, guys. I want to put up a new processing plant. Just need someone to come get this thing. As it is, sitting on the surface here, it'll eventually rot away by itself. Okay, finally, somebody's coming for that last bioplastic. There we go. Now with that out of the way, we can begin putting up a larger processing plant. Also, as part of that, we'll put back the control center. Now that we're a little bit more secure in our power. Although before we put up those meteorite defenses, we're going to have to put up yet another solar panel and some more collectors for sure. Those lasers are going to require a lot of juice in order to be able to fire reliably. Lots and lots of metal. I'm surprised though, we seem to be overproducing on bioplastics. I wasn't expecting it to be quite so generous. Increase medical supplies to 15. After all, we've got more space in the medical cabinets. Actually, you know what? We can make it a full 20. Each cabinet holds 4, and we can have, say, 5 cabinets and be able to hold 20 of them. Since we have plenty of bioplastics, it should be no problem. So here, let's go ahead and make that an even 20. Good. Drill bots are hard at work, and people are not. Well, at least not in the mines. They're hard at work in the processing plant. And that's the other reason why we need to see about getting an expanded processing plant, is that with the workers freed up from having to work in the mines, whoops! That is why we have a need for expanded processing. Meteorites always love coming to say hello. This is why I'm looking at producing meteorite defenses, finally. Having problems here with lack of entertainment. Well, one thing we have in abundance are bioplastics, so we can temporarily punt and get lots of entertainment from TV. We have plenty of bioplastics to be able to set up more screens. I'm not sure if another one will fit here or not. Let's see. No, one is all you get in this particular one because we have all these connections here. There we go. Everybody's having fun watching Planetbase TV. It's like, welcome to the Dark Colony. Yep, it sure does suck. Boy, were you stupid for coming here. Thanks for signing the contract. You will never get off this planet alive. Hopefully you wrote out your will, because you'll need it. No one who loves you will ever see you again. Welcome to Dark Colony. The only way you're going back to Earth is in a box. Sorry to be so grim. All right, let's see about recycling the processing plant here. We'll wait until the current thing that they're working on is done. Well, that one's done. This one is done. We'll call you guys done, because they had just finished making a bioplastic, and the rest can be done down here. Okay, we know we're going to need one more solar panel at least. Once we get the meteorite defenses up, I'm thinking we can start expanding the colony properly. Yeah, I'm probably being overly cautious, but we've already had a couple of deaths. Trying not to have any more. I want to have the infrastructure in place to take care of everybody. Okay, good. This processing plant is done. Out you go. So those materials can be redirected to the control center. Oh, good. We've finally given up on the phantom structures that aren't here anymore. So for a while, the Planeteers in our previous episode were having problems navigating the surface because they still saw there as being like a little hill here, even though I've kind of erased the hill, and they were having trouble with figuring out where to go. I even had one engineer that got stuck and just died, standing there asphyxiating, not able to figure out how to path her way back to the airlock. I'd never seen that bug happen before, so it's good to see that finally fixed here. But then again, I am gaming the system a little bit by doing silly things like this, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there's a quirk or two, because I'm doing it not exactly the way that Planetbase expects me to. Okay, good. One more metal. And we're getting metal processed at a record pace. Now we basically doubled our processing capacity. Might be time to finally expand the mining. Now that we have more processing capacity, robots doing everything, let's see if we can put up a nice cabin too, so everybody can relax. So I noticed a lot of colonists were starting to get antsy, and that's why I put up some TV screens as a stopgap measure for providing entertainment, but I'd also like to provide for their comfort with a cabin. So everybody who sleeps in the cabin, who gets to stretch out in a nice bed, will get a little bit of comfort every day. Here, let's go ahead and shut the control center down. It's not in use at the moment, so we don't need to consume any power. Now the good thing about this cabin is currently we have a surplus of bioplastic, so we'll be able to put beds in this thing right away. As soon as we can get it stood up. Well, we got to schlep out one more unit of metal and then get an engineer to take care of it, because let me guess, of course that's not an engineer. Yeah, it wouldn't be. That'd be too easy. It's a worker, isn't it? Yep, sure is. The good thing is that we're going into the night with our collectors nice and full so that everybody can continue being productive during the night. Okay, let's see. We have 5 solar panels. We are short some collectors. It should be 2 collectors to every solar panel. We've been expanding the number of panels. We need more collectors. Just to make sure we don't run out of power. So that's next on the to-do list. Now we have a few engineers. It'd be nice if someone would come out and connect this darn thing. Let's see, what is our current crew breakout? Let's see, we have 3 engineers, 10 workers, 6 biologists, and 4 medics. Engineering is going to become exponentially more important as we need to build robots, be able to make spare parts, more semiconductors. So as I open up the landing pad again, I'm going to recruit more engineers here in a moment. But here, first of all, let's provide some more comfortable berthing. Okay, good. And the mine looks like it's fully automated at this point. So now that we know that the cabin will fit here, I can see about adding a second mine. Come on, I know I can go in here. There we go. This will be able to get us some additional ore that our expanded processing plant will be able to handle. Yikes, meteorites. Don't worry, meteorites, you're never far from my mind. I'm thinking about you and how to shoot you down. since we've built up a fair supply of vegetables at this point, and even meat, we could probably go ahead and set up a bar. This will help to entertain incoming colonists as our population grows. But here, I'd like to get this other mine set up first so we can produce more metal faster. Let's set our landing permissions. We need engineers. And we're currently set to excellent, so that should be a draw for anybody who wants to come on down. You know what, we'll go ahead and we'll set this as priority. We want that mine to be put up first so that we can be able to get the materials we need. Good, more engineers. Because once we can mine more ore, we can process more ore into more metals, and then that'll give us what we need in order to put up the power collector, to run the factories, to run the robotics bay, and then be able to produce the semiconductors we need to put up our meteorite lasers, since they'll require semiconductors also. And we also have to put up telescopes and have personnel to man those in order to ensure that our defenses actually function. Okay, now hopefully at this point, let's see, we have some drill bots that will, darn it, I was hoping to keep human workers out of the mines, but if we need to, we need to. We've got medical supplies available for them, so if they fall down and hurt themselves in there, we'll be okay. Okay, another engineer. I'm going to see if we can get like a couple more, and then we'll shut the pad back down. Cringing every time these meteorites come down so close to us. I'm trying to get these defenses up. So the meteorite defenses require a control center to be manned with telescopes and meteorite defense lasers. Alright, let's shut the pad down. So no more colonists will land. We should have the engineers we need. And so we have engineers to make semiconductors, to build robots, and to keep up with our needs for spare parts, to keep all of our solar panels running. Ah, good, there's another carry bot. Yikes, this storage is getting stuffed. Well, then it's time to allocate some resources then. This should make people happy. time to build a bar. Oh, whoops. I needed to connect, though. This will help because we're taking some of the excess bioplastics out of storage and allocating them for construction. So they'll get staged at their construction sites, and that way they're not sitting in storage the whole time. This will make room for other items that need to go into storage. And I'm hoping that the increased mining will help with supplying the processing plant with what we need in order to get the metal that will be needed for this construction. Fingers crossed. On the plus side, we're not having any problems with people going hungry in this colony. Everyone's being fed on time, so the meal makers we have are doing their job. That's good. Cabins are dead-end structures, and so I try to put them on the periphery of the colony in places where I won't be able to expand any further, since they can only have a single connection to them anyways. So I'm trying to take advantage of the geography. As we expand the base, we'll need to have more berthing for our personnel. So I'm trying to get ready to burst up the number of colonists that we're going to have in the near future. Oh yeah, I'm probably going to have to add another water extractor before I activate this bar. I have plenty of bioplastics to set everything up here, but I've been running everything off of a single water extractor up to this point. Let's see, we'll get these telescopes put up and... Oh, are we low on oxygen? Oh, we're right at the limit. We've got 30 colonists, which is what our oxygen can support, but we're also losing air through the airlock every time it's utilized. So it's probably going to be time for another oxygen generator very soon, which again means another water extractor because the generator requires water to operate. Alright, the meteorites are reminding me, they're like, hey Joe, remember us? I'm like, you know what? I sure do. We have both our telescopes up. It is time to see about putting up some stations to monitor them. I'm going to temporarily shut down the robotics bay, at least for purposes of creating new bots. That way the new semiconductors that are produced will go exclusively towards meteorite defense lasers. So as we get some metal processed, we can go ahead and get those, there we go. So now the semiconductor foundry is supplied and an engineer will get to work on that. Kind of built up the base here, so there we go. We can put a meteorite laser here, and everything within the circle will be covered. Wow, it looks like this one laser would be able to protect the entire base. Not with 100%, but pretty close. Ah, that's a good spot for it. Okay, and it's going to require a couple of semiconductors in addition to the usual metal and bioplastics. Bioplastics we've got. We can probably supply the metal to the semiconductors. Those are the issue, and that's why I shut down the robotics factory, so we can see about getting that started. But it looks like our semiconductors will be produced fairly quickly, and we'll be able to have our first anti-meteorite laser online. Now, it won't work until we get these stations up and manned. Matter of fact, here, let's put up a third. Because one thing that the Planeteers like to do is they'll get up and walk away from the console and just leave it, and another Planeteer gets assigned to it, but they'll be on the other side of the base. And meanwhile, as they walk leisurely, as slowly as possible across the base, meteorites are coming down as their station is unmanned. So I like to have 3 stations if I only have 2 telescopes, so that usually there's a spare person to keep everything at, you know, at maximum readiness whenever possible. Okay, good. The meteorite laser is just pending assembly. Alright, so the next step is to fire up the control center, put in the control stations, and get them manned. And these are also manned by engineers, which means we could use even more engineers right now. as we're finally getting some defenses. So right now we have 60% coverage for the sky as the laser charges, and if a meteorite comes down here, it will be ready to fire. Oh, good. Now we're at 84% because we have 2 telescopes and both stations are manned. Now there is a delay between when the laser fires and when it charges up to be able to fire again. So, oh yeah, see how it's gone down again? That means someone got up from their post, I guess, and see, this way, as people get up to go eat or something else, oh, shoot, yeah, there we go. We usually have at least 2 stations, which means that both telescopes are being watched, and I like to have a hot spare in case something happens and someone's needed someplace else. Okay, engineers, I hope. Whoa! It's an attack! Inside. I had a feeling this was possible. Everybody inside. I've got to close this airlock. I had a feeling this was possible in this scenario, but... Alright, well, you know what? We'll just take it off. Hopefully these guys will stay in the mine where they have a good oxygen supply to work with. Better get back in the mine. Because the door is closed. We need these attackers to asphyxiate on the surface. I can't open the airlock. This highlights the need for another airlock on the other side of the base, so that we can give our colonists time to get inside and play keep away from anyone coming to attack us. Alright, well, while the door is closed, we can at least get this new cabin running. The Dark Colony has enough problems without people coming to murder everyone. There's nothing I can do about these workers on the surface. We have to wait until these guys die before we can open the airlock. So hopefully our people have more oxygen than they do. Wait a minute, how can consumption exceed? We have 30 people, 2 of them aren't even inside, and this produces 30. And the airlock is closed, so we're not losing any air that way. Oh shoot, I should have shut this down so we have more engineers landing. Oh well, as soon as these guys drop dead, or at least unconscious, I can go ahead and open the airlock. Sorry guys. I really wanted bots to be out here in the mines instead of you. Okay, airlock is open. Everybody's welcome inside. You can just leave those corpses out there. Okay, intruders have been killed. Excellent. And we need another oxygen generator. Well, that was exciting. And that's why the landing pad is far away from the airlock, so that I can see if the wrong type of people get off the ship. I had a feeling hostile attackers were enabled. It had been a while, so I didn't remember one way or another, but when I saw, you can produce weapons and you can recruit guards, I'd say it's very likely that you can be attacked. was right. Okay, let's see. Our second water extractor is up, which means we can open the bar. This should make everybody happy. It's like, all right, sorry guys, I know stuff's been, crap lately here on this planet, but alcohol makes it all better. Not only that, but the bar will help to consume some of these excess supplies. Nobody's starving to death on this colony. Good grief, all these engineers, and I can't get anyone. Come on, guys. Somebody's got to watch out for the meteorites. I have a meteorite defense laser up, and nobody's looking to make sure that it doesn't hit the colony. Yeah, because they're like, what? We have a bar? Yeah, we want to do we want to put the bar up. Yeah, to heck with monitoring for meteorites. You can't see me, but I'm like face palming here. Priorities. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit. Hopefully, as this construction gets done, the engineers will get back to their posts. Okay, we have at least one. Yeah, we are 1 over on our oxygen production. Okay, don't wall yourself in there. Okay, so oxygen's no longer an issue. Our little encounter with the hostile visitors also taught me a lesson. We need to have another airlock. Looks like we have lots of ore for the processing plant. It's just a matter of keeping all the workers in here, which means we need more drill bots. Well, that sounded awfully close, but I guess not close enough. So far, I've never had a meteorite take out the meteorite laser, but probably a first time for everything. So, with my luck, watch, the meteorite will hit the laser, and then the next one will hit like a fully crewed dorm, kill a bunch of people. That would be my luck. In fact, what I'm thinking here is that maybe we need to have another laser right over here. A little redundant coverage wouldn't hurt. Darn it, even with a second water extractor, we are having a rough time with water. Looks like we already need a third. That bar is drawing more on the water supply than I was expecting. Ah, good. The second laser is up and charging. And we have a little overlap so that both lasers can focus with defending the heart of a colony where we have our colonists, which is what's most important. And it looks like the drill bots are doing a really good job of ensuring that there is plenty of ore available for the processing plant. Now we just need more carry bots to help shuttle things about. And the good thing is that with the opening of the bar, I don't see any unhappy icons. I saw some frowns that were starting to develop when people are like, man, I don't like being on this planet. But a little liquid happiness goes a long way. Although looking at the timer here, this is probably a good spot to end this video here. Oh, it sounds like the meteorite laser finally shot down a meteor. So meteorite defenses are up, and yeah, see, it's recharging. It just fired. Whoa, but they're not 100%. I mean, that still fell within the perimeter and could have damaged some of our infrastructure. Probably need to set up a third telescope. Although it's hard to keep the engineers at their posts. Oh, guys are killing me, man. Let's see, maybe we can recruit one more. Let's see, are these engineers? Yeah, good, they are. So 2 more engineers, so that maybe we can keep them at their posts. Maybe. All right, so with that, we'll go ahead and we'll end this video here. Join me next time here on Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming channel, where we'll have more fun in Planetbase as we go through the Dark Colony Challenge. Now that the basic infrastructure for the base is up and it has meteorite defenses, we've got food, we have entertainment in the form of our bar and our TV screens, we have berthing with multiple cabins. I think it's time to finally put up a starport in our next episode and see about expanding the base, recruiting lots of people very, very quickly now that we can accept the surge. Plus, we just put up another oxygen generator, so we've got plenty of oxygen for new colonists. We'll see about that in our next episode.